You have been using productivity to feel safe, to feel seen, to avoid the guilt, the fear, the emotions that you were never allowed to have. But now, productivity is not protecting and saving you anymore. It's suffocating you. And the very thing that helped you survive is actually keeping you stuck. In this video, we're going to break down 3 key things: how productivity became your trauma response, how productivity silently fuels your burnout, and how to finally break free without losing your identity or your motivation or never setting another goal. Each part builds on the last, so stay with me, especially through part 3, because that's where the real healing begins. If we haven't met, I'm Jayleen. I work with high-achieving eldest daughters who are burnt out, riddled with guilt, tired of carrying everyone else's load, and together we rebuild from the inside out so that you can feel worthy, peaceful, whole, without needing to earn it through constant doing and productivity. So if that sounds like you, something that you want to be involved in, this video, subscribe to the channel. Before we dive into the content, I want you to take 90 seconds, click the link in the description, and go take my free burnout quiz. It's going to show you exactly where you are, what stage of burnout you're in, and then what steps to take next so that you can start your own healing journey. It's completely free, and the link is in the description for you. So first, let's dig into how productivity became your trauma response. So let's dig into how productivity became your trauma response. We start at the root. You did not become hyper-productive by chance. You weren't born that way. You became productive to feel safe. As a child, you may have learned that being the responsible one earned you praise and love and approval. Being helpful meant avoiding criticism. Being good meant not being a burden. So you internalized and made part of your internal world. If I'm not doing something useful, I'm not valuable. And this is why resting feels wrong to you. This is why slowing down triggers anxiety. Productivity became a shield protecting you from rejection, from being unseen, from being invalidated. It was about survival. So if you are exhausted but you can't stop, this is why. You are not broken. Your nervous system is just trying to keep you safe. So now let's look at how this coping strategy is contributing to your burnout. This is where productivity starts to backfire. You're doing all the right things, but you are constantly exhausted, resenting the people in your life, and feeling anxiety up to here. And the productivity trap keeps you stuck in these ways. So first, guilt when resting. So you try to relax, but the guilt creeps in. You hear a voice saying, you could be doing something right now. And this guilt is not laziness, it's a trauma echo telling you that rest is unsafe. Anxiety when you're having downtime, even when your body is still, your mind is racing. You feel behind, you feel unworthy, you feel like you're wasting time. Because in your internal world, doing nothing means being nothing. Number 3, you've got a fear of being seen as lazy. Lazy was the insult you swore that you would never earn. And now you fear other people's judgment if you slow down. Even when you're crumbling inside, they are going to think I'm lazy, they're going to think I can't handle it. Number 4, your worth is tied to what you do rather than who you are. The more you accomplish, the more valuable and important you feel. But the bar keeps moving, and there's no amount of doing that's ever enough that ever makes you feel safe or loved or fulfilled. So this is bigger than just a busy schedule. This isn't just burnout from having too many things on your calendar. This is burnout from a belief system that is ingrained in you that says that your worth is conditional, and it's conditional on your productivity. So now let's talk about what to do when your worth is connected to how much you do, how you can break free without losing that drive and that momentum that has really helped you get to some levels of accomplishment that you're very proud of. You don't have to burn your goals to the ground to reclaim your peace. There is a way to balance. You need to rewrite those beliefs that taught you that rest is weakness and that your worth had to be earned. So let's talk about some 5 powerful shifts that will help you do that. Number 1, schedule rest as non-negotiable. Bubble wrap that appointment and protect it. This is not fit it in if you can. This is scheduling rest with the same seriousness as a meeting at work or a parent-teacher conference. Here's the truth. If it's not on your calendar, your default mode is going to override it with another task, another errand, another email. You need to block it out in your day and call it restorative time or taking a break. And during that time, you don't check your phone. You don't do just one more thing. You breathe, you stare at the ceiling, you do absolutely nothing. You take a gentle walk. You practice self-compassion. This matters because doing this retrains your nervous system to understand that rest is safe and it is productive. Over time, you're going to realize that you no longer need to feel panicked in stillness. Your nervous system is going to appreciate and accept that rest as nurturing and productive. Number 2, track how you feel, not just what you're getting done. At the end of each day, most people lay and check off well, let's face it, we check off what we didn't get done. But instead, I want you to track what you felt. What made you feel happy, in connection? What made you feel light and joyful? Write down those things. It might be something like, I had a good laugh with a friend, or I cooked a good meal with my child, or just something simple, but write it down, and it matters. Your brain needs to be rewired to equate value with output. In other words, to give a boundary for getting something done. Because otherwise, like we said, that goalpost is always going to be moving. You're never going to feel fulfilled. You have to train your brain to connect value with getting something done. And by tracking joy, instead, you start validating your emotional experience. It's not just your performance. You're equating that feeling with that output, and that builds the trust and the discipline within yourself. Next, I want you to interrupt that reflex that you have to hustle. That sudden urge to open your laptop, to look at your phone as soon as you wake up, that discomfort during a quiet moment, that's a reflex, and it can be interrupted by just bringing awareness to it. So next time it shows up, I just want you to pause and say, what am I afraid that I'm going to feel if I don't distract myself right now? You might feel lonely, unworthy, sad. And the goal is not to fix those feelings, it's to notice them, to become aware of them, to sit with them instead of running away from them all the time. This pause is a pattern interrupt, and over time it teaches your body that these emotions are safe. Feeling lonely is an emotion just like feeling happy, and you don't run from happiness. Your worth is not tied to how quickly you can escape them. Nobody goes through the cemetery and puts a gold medal on the tombstone of the people that suffered the most. You're allowed to just sit and be. Number 4, create an identity outside of achievement. Number 4, I want you to create an identity outside of achievement. So your identity has been the achiever, the responsible one, the one who holds it all together. But who are you actually? When no one needs anything from you, who are you? Start with little things like revisiting a hobby that you loved as a kid, or trying something that you're bad at just for fun. Schedule 1 hour a week. You have no agenda. You're just going to go in and do this one thing. It's not about becoming the best at relaxing. It's about allowing yourself to exist without being performative. And this matters because you can't heal if your entire self-worth is wrapped up in achievement. Identity expansion lets you reclaim pieces of yourself that you had put aside and silenced. And those are often the pieces that once you reconnect with them, they're going to bring you the most joy. And then number 5, anchor into daily worthiness. If your default belief is that I'm only valuable when I'm productive, then it's time to start rewriting that script, literally. So every morning, say to yourself, I am valuable, even when I do nothing. And then add a second part, something that's more personal, that's like, I'm allowed to rest. I don't need to earn love today. I am loved just sitting here. And if this feels weird at first, it's okay, because it's important to do. Words shape beliefs and beliefs shape behaviors. So mantras they feel cheesy, but they're not. They're actually tools that rewire your neurons. So these are really important for your brain to hear your mouth say, because it creates that feedback loop. So quick recap, let's go over these 5 shifts. They're going to help you start releasing that productivity as worth grip that you've got going on. Number 1, schedule rest like it's your job. Make it an appointment, a meeting on your calendar. Number 2, track your emotions, not just your tasks. Number 3, pause that hustle reflex, interrupt it, be curious about why it's there. Number 4, redefine who you are beyond your achievement. What are you into? What do you like to do? Number 5, speak your worth aloud every single day to yourself in the mirror. Say those mantras. So if this video was interesting to you, you resonated with some of it, please go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. And then also share it with any other firstborn daughters that you know that it might help. And don't forget to watch this video next.